So welcome to Boxing Media Hub, and with me now I've got a special guest. I've got Ash Lane. How you doing, Ash?
Very good, thank you, mate. Very, very good. It's a
I know.
pleasure to be on.
Thank you very much for coming on. You're a busy man, obviously not at home at the moment, out in Ukraine.
Yeah, beautiful Ukraine. It's an experience. I give you that. It's still, well, yeah, it's all good fun here in Ukraine.
Good. Well, as I say, big shout out to everyone in Ukraine. Obviously, stuff going on over there. A lot going on over there, and our love and prayers go out to everyone over there. And all we want is something to be sorted now, don't we? So,
Well, yeah, it's funny, coming to Ukraine. Like people would say to me, oh, are you afraid of going to Ukraine, and why are you going, and there's a war and this and that, and if you don't take chance in life, it's going to live in fear. Uh, so I've come over, and you know what? I haven't really seen anything to do with the war, like Kiev, where I got off the train, and I'm about six. I think they said about 6-7 kilometers away from Kiev city,
right.
at the Olympic base, which is where like Delakian's training. So we're kind of out in the sticks, but like in Kiev City, there's not really any sign of any war going on. It's really say it's quiet. There's people there. Like it's just like a normal city, a normal town. Um,
Yeah.
so it's really weird because there's this war going on, but you don't really see anything. Although the other night, I was lying in bed and I had a message coming through from the government saying that there were drone strikes and to take shelter. I'm led there in bed at 10:15. I'm like looking at myself thinking, oh crap! Like what do I do? I haven't got a car. I can't go nowhere. Like it's
Yeah.
7K to the nearest train station. Like I've got nowhere to take shelter. I'm just laying in bed all night waiting to get bombed. Um, it was fine. First sleep, I wake up the next day and nothing happened. Apparently, it was just drone cameras, But yeah, it's really weird. Like there's no sign of any sort of war going on, but I'm not exploring a lot.
Yeah.
So
This
I
is it.
think
Yeah.
I think closer to the border is where like all the dangerous now. Um, but yeah, it's some of the stories, mine. They have told me some stories, and it ain't pretty.
Are you over there for training purposes? Then you've gone over there as training camp.
Yeah, so you have WA flyweight world champion Artem Delakian.
Yeah.
He's defending his world title in Japan, Tokyo, November the 13th, I think it is, or maybe November the 15th. So I've been allowed to come over and do some sparring and training with him and help him prepare. So I'm out over 3 weeks and thoroughly enjoying the experience.
Cool. Well, Ash, we're here to have a chat about you, mate. Debut back in April 2011. Seems an absolute age ago. And then
12
I
years,
suppose
12 years ago.
I know, scary, isn't it? And then obviously March 2015, you captured the Midlands area bantamweight title. 2017 Commonwealth super bantamweight title. And the next one, before I go into it, I have to issue an apology.
Okay.
Right. Now, Ash, I have to apologise to you. I had a prediction show that went out, and Ash, this is going to click with Ash in a minute. I had a prediction show that went out with Little Sam on it from SWS Boxing.
Yeah.
Right, it's all clicking now. And I turned around and this was the prediction for you versus Jordan Purkiss. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And I turned around and said, look, Jordan's gonna beat him on points. And Sam went, oh, levels wise, I can't see Ash doing anything. I just think levels wise, Jordan's there. And do you know what? Ash came through. I hold my hands up. And he retired, round 7, I think it was, with a cut above the left eye. Ash, I am not worthy. That is all I'm going to say to you. Hats off to you, mate. And do you know what? I'm more than happy to be wronged in a fight when it's a prediction. Do you know what I mean? And mate, you you completely blew us out the water. And hats off to you, mate, because now you are sitting pretty with the English title.
Yep. I said I would, in the build up to that fight with Purkiss. I was talking to Johnny Clark, who I know is good friends with Jordan anyway, and he was promoting the show, and I was talking to him on Instagram, and I told him a few times. I said we had a bit of banter back and forth, and I told him, I said, look, I said, I'm gonna upset the apple cart and I'm gonna beat your lad Jordan. He kind of laugh it off and say, oh yeah, the best man to win and this and that. So I was giving him a bit of banter on Insta, and then got closer to the fight, and I was feeling it. I was feeling good. I was feeling confident. And then, to be fair, I saw your prediction with you and Sam. I saw that, and it got into my skin a bit. I will be honest. It evolved me. I saw that, and I think it was the same night or a few minutes later after I finished watching it.
You spoke to Sam, did you?
I messaged him. Really
Sam told me. Sam told me. Ash messaged me. He sent me a message, and I said, "Oh, mate."
I can't remember what I said. I'll get my thing, but I'm pretty sure I said to him, you're making a bad prediction here. I'm gonna do a number on them, something like that. I'll find it for you because it's quite funny.
Didn't you speak to him afterwards and said, "I told you"? I think it was something afterwards as well.
Yeah,
I think prior to the fight, you turned around to Sam and said, "Look, I'm not particularly happy about it, but you're just driving me. It's almost like you're driving me to prove you wrong." It was along those lines. And then bang, Ash has done it. English bantamweight champion.
So I messaged him. I said, "Saw your prediction for the fight. I'm gonna step down from my mood. Crazy." He said, "Prove me wrong." He said, "Prove me wrong." I said, "1,000,000% I am." Okay. And then I messaged him after the fight. I said, "I told you so," with a wink. He did. I said to him, I said, your comment pissed me off. I had to prove a point. So it's all fun and games, isn't it?
And Ash, do you know what? You did, and hats off to you, mate. Because I tell you, some people get really miffed, like majorly miffed. I've had people block me. I've had people all sorts, and I'm thinking, I'm giving a prediction, just an opinion, based on on people, and either way, do you know what I mean? But when you came back and you said, "Look, I've proved you wrong," do you know what? I turned around and I thought to myself, do you know what? Yeah, he has. And hats off to Ash, because all the shit that gets thrown at boxers, everything, you've just gone and proved it. You've gone and done it. And you've got a thick skin in the sport, haven't you? Because
you've got to have thick skin. But to be fair, at the end of the day, everybody is just you watch your fights, and I know the score, man. I've been around it for a long time, and it got into my skin a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's just an opinion. I ain't got no vendetta, and it didn't really annoy me. It just got into my skin. I was like, right, I'm gonna prove a point.
It's Sam, isn't it? Sam's the problem.
Yeah, that's it. It's like throughout my career, people have always not put me down, but people have always doubted me. You know, close people, even people I don't know, like you know, I've always been doubted, and I've always felt like I had a point to prove. When I won the Commonwealth title, um, it was a 50-50 fight, but people didn't think I was going to win that. You
But you've
know,
done it time and time again, Ash. Like if you look at
yeah,
if obviously you've been in each fight, but when you look at your resume, like you've done it time and time again. Your debut, what you got the draw in your debut, and then you came
yeah,
back and got the win,
head
and
clash.
then you came back.
That was bad. It was a head clash, and they called it off. And it was a draw, and my career never got off to the good start. You know, should have. And but like after that first fight, my ticket sales just dwindled, and I couldn't really sell any tickets. You know, I mean, I've had a few fights where I've had to box for free, just to get the rounds in. You know, and you know,
Yeah,
but you know, it is what it is. You know, I mean, like I've had to play with the cards I've been dealt. And
yeah,
it's just, I love it when people do underestimate me. I've got the fire in my belly. I do love it. Like so, I mean, against Thomas Kindon, like I was meant to be, I was just meant to pick up a paycheck. It was it was a comfortable win for me. Really, like you know, I just took my part. Paul Economides, 4 days notice again. Like I was meant to lose that fight. It was meant to just be another paycheck. I
yeah.
beat him in a close fight. And then Van Belletza with the Commonwealth, he beat me by a point before. I dispute that. I don't think he did beat me. But hey, away fight is what it is.
Do you
And
know
to
the
be fair,
hardest
like,
thing with him though? He's the nicest guy.
he is. He
He
is.
is the
Yeah,
nicest guy, and he's so hard to not like, isn't he?
yeah.
He's just so smiley, and he just seems to take everything in his stride, which probably made it
Yeah.
harder.
Mate, well, when I boxed Michael, and then I can't remember how long it was before I moved down to Bristol. Anyway, and when I moved down to Bristol, me and Michael became training partners. We lived in the same flat together. We ate together. We trained together. We worked together. So like we became good friends. And then he
Yeah,
moved up to Manchester, and I ended up fighting him. So I mean, like we used to spar and stuff anyway. So I mean, we become good friends. Like and you know, like it was nice beating Michael to get my revenge, but at the same time, um, like to beat one of your mates is kind of like it's bittersweet, you
yeah.
know.
It's business, isn't it? It's business.
It is business. Yeah, like you know, it's nothing personal. It's just business. But I was written off. People wrote me off. I wasn't meant to win that fight for a lot of people. Like 50-50. A lot of people stabbed Michael as the favorite. And I just stuck to orders. I boxed, and I come away with probably one of my most comfortable wins, to be honest. Um, but that just I won that, and I had one of the worst years of my boxing career ever straight after, and you know. But hey, that's history, and we're here now, and I'm English champion.
Well, I'll tell you now, mate. For someone who's been underestimated, overlooked, has found that point where he's struggled for things to go the right way, as it were. For you to pick up the Midlands area, the Commonwealth, and the English title, mate, you've done stuff in your career already that some people never get the chance to do. And especially the Commonwealth. That's a very much looked at title, you know, as much as the British in some respect. A lot of people look at a British title, but the Commonwealth sort of sits hand in hand. And yeah, hats off to you, mate, because you know, it shows you the dedication and the fire in the belly you have got. Jamal has jumped in. Does he fancy the rematch where if the opportunity arises?
No. No, no. I don't even need to think about that one. No. I mean, to be fair, with the Ashfaq fight, December 2020, like I think I lost my job March 2020. I was in the warehouse from April. Um, I turned my back on boxing. I didn't really care. I wasn't training. I was just kind of like working, doing a few runs here and there. I was just kind of floating about, just doing my own thing. My mind wasn't
Yeah.
in it. And like I said to my team, Chris Hannigan and whatnot, I said, no, I'm packing in boxing. I've got nothing to do with it now. Like, I'm just going to work. And then like I was offered that Ashfag fight at 2 weeks notice. Well, 3 weeks because 2 weeks training and then 1 week of the fight week. So I said, like, I was kind of like, I had my arm twisted to take the fight because it was good money before Christmas. So like, I was only training once a day for that. I'd get up, I'd go work, I'd come out, train for an hour, hour and a half with Lee Askins, and then that was it. Like, so 2 weeks of training once a day, bit of pads, wasn't really smashing it too much. And I made weight so easy as well. I ended up being underweight. Ashfaq was overweight, and you could tell he like real worked hard to get there. I was still eating like 2, 3 meals a day, big meals as well. So I didn't struggle to make the weight, and then like we got in the ring, and it was just like David and Goliath. I can't believe how big it was. But with my infinite wisdom, I thought, you know what? I'm like I've been around the block. I was just kind of cruise through the fight, and it was one of the worst mindsets I could have had because Ashfaq just took me apart and beat me up. I mean, the size you can see the size difference was there anyway. When we got in the
Yeah.
ring, it must be at least a stone bigger than me. Um, but I mean, if I had the fire in my belly and I'd be training properly for it, yeah, I'd probably put up a much better fight. Made it the whole fight, and it could have been close on the score the rounds. But nah, it's like that fight made me realize, I'm fight upper super bantamweight and featherweight. They're too big for me. I'm really a bantam. I could chop down to super fly if I had to,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm comfortable with bantam. So like, what's the
Yeah.
point in getting back up and fighting someone? I think Ashfaq's fighting at like feather or super feather now. So it would just be like it would be pointless in a way. And I don't fancy taking another beating. To be fair, I've had enough
Well,
wars in the
I,
ring.
I don't
So,
blame you, mate, to be perfectly honest.
but
One more question, Ash, before I let you go. What fight are you looking forward to that's kind of been announced that's sort of or in the pipeline? Is there any sort of fight you're looking forward to?
there's nothing in the pipeline and nothing's been announced. That's why I'm out here in Ukraine training, trying to get myself up, up another level. But I can tell you the fights I do want, and I won Sean McGoldrick for the British and Commonwealth. I think that'll be a cracking fight. We've sparred in
Yeah.
the past, and I think that'll be an absolutely brilliant fight. I think I'd win, obviously, but
Is there parts
he,
of his game that you've seen in sparring that you think, yeah, I could really unlock that. I could,
yeah,
you know,
100%, 100%. Like I mean, I'm not gonna say like I took him apart and I beat him up or anything in sparring, but you see things in sparring. I mean, these were a few years ago, anyways. I mean, people change, but yeah, I want that Sean McGoldrick fight. British and Commonwealth, it's there. Let's have it. If not, Thomas Samba for the European. I'm 33 now. I've probably got 1 or 2 years left in my career. I'm not waiting around. I want
yeah.
to up it and move and keep going. I mean, I want to enjoy my last 2 years, and I need fights that get me pumped up. And Sean McGoldrick, that's a fight that gets me pumped up. I have a lot of respect for Sean, but I want to fight.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, people. Ash has spoken. He wants his fights. He's out there training hard at the moment. Just ready to go, mate. It's just waiting for that call, isn't it? And seeing what comes up.
100%. Kieran Farrell is doing a good job, with negotiating fights and whatnot. I like Kieran. He's got a genuine interest at heart.
Yeah.
He's doing all right. But yeah, it will give me that fight. I think I'll have to defend my English first before Christmas. But that's cool.
Best of luck.
Cheers, man. Thanks. I think I'll have to defend my English first, but I want those big fights. I want the British and Commonwealth. That's my dream, British champion. I'd have done area English, British and Commonwealth. I'll be happy with that, you know. But the sky's the limit. Let's just keep going, man. Let's see where we can go. I mean, I'm out here sparring world champions. I've been sparring world champions my whole career, and I know I can hold my own with them. So it only takes, like that Jordan Purkiss fight, only takes one punch.
Oh, you had to bring it up again.
Anything can happen. One punch.
It's true, though, Ash. It is true. Speaking of one punch, I'll chuck it at you before you go. Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou. One punch?
Easy. Fury.
But one punch? Could Francis land that one punch?
Everybody's got the opportunity, but I don't know. I think I can't see it. Like, I just really cannot see it. Like,
I'm with you, mate. I'm 100% with you. You know, people are saying he's got it in his locker. There's highlight reels. There's all sorts of stuff that, you know. But this is Tyson Fury. This is the guy that he's top of the game. The way he boxes, the height, the weight. He's just got the movement for a guy that size that he shouldn't have. And he's a boxer. I mean,
if you look at Fury's career, he struggled really bad against John McDermott the first fight. A lot of people thought he lost it. He got dropped by cruiserweight Steve Cunningham. He was in a stinker against Klitschko. He then had a massive hiatus before coming back, having a life and death with Deontay Wilder, who can bang, but he can't really box. Then he got absolutely cut and
Otto Wallin, wasn't it? Was
in a massive fight with Wallin. Yeah. So
that was amazing. That how that wasn't stopped, in my opinion, I don't know, because I've seen cuts that are less that have been pulled, but
yeah, definitely. So I mean, like with Fury, in a lot of ways, he's got lucky, but can Francis Ngannou, as a complete novice, land that one punch? I can't see it.
Yeah.
But here's another question: December, Fury and Usyk.
Oh, hang on, have you taken over?
Taken over. Fury and Usyk.
Do you know what? I love Usyk. I do, but I just think size matters, and Fury isn't like Joshua. Fury will make it count in regards to height and weight. He's the master of it. He'll lean on you. He'll make it difficult. And for me, I don't want to say too much because we'll probably do a prediction show on it. But for me, I think he does it. Fury.
Yeah, a good big man always beats a good little man.
Yeah, and that's taking nothing away from Usyk in regards to the talent and what that guy has technically is incredible. As a cruiserweight, he was the one, but and the opposition he's had to date, Joshua, don't get me wrong, but Joshua didn't use his attributes to how he could have done, and Fury won't let that slide, in my opinion.
So then they're talking about on the same show. They're talking about Fury, Usyk, and chief support Joshua Wilder, aren't they?
Yeah.
Who wins for Joshua Wilder?
Oh, bloody hell, Ash. I love how you're not answering any of these. You crafty git.
I'll give you an idea what I'm asking. I've been out here for 2 weeks, and I've only had one English person to talk to for the last 3 days. So I've pretty much spent the last 2 weeks not saying a word to anybody. It's using Google Translator.
So you're just chucking everything at me while you got me. Is that what you're saying?
I need the communication.
Do you know what, mate? Joshua Wilder. It intrigues me majorly, more than Fury Usyk. because could Joshua do it? I think he could, but it depends what Joshua we get.
Yeah.
If we get the rabbit in headlights, Joshua, game over. Game over. If he's too tentative, Wilder is no Andy Ruiz, if you know what I mean. Andy Ruiz wanted to get up close. He wanted to get stuck in. And Joshua just kept him at distance, boxed him, and he could do that. But Wilder will come for you and he'll just swing. And you can't avoid it. Yeah, he's a big lad. He's a big lad.
Yeah. So if I think if Joshua doesn't work his range out quickly,
he's got to throw the shots. He's got the shot selection. So that's why I'm kind of stuck with that one at the moment. I've been backwards and forwards with it. My boy's completely convinced that Wilder just bang, that'll be it, and it'll be quick.
Well, my prediction, Wilder within 7 and Fury points or a late stoppage.
Yeah.
More than likely points. But I just think Fury will. I think he'll struggle in the early rounds, but like with Cunningham, like with McDermott and the like, I think he'll adjust and use his size, use his weight. He'll more use it. And look, with Fury, he can play dirty. When he knocked Cunningham out, he shoved a forearm in his face and knocked him out with the right hook. It's a bit naughty, but he got away with it. So I can see Fury, he can play dirty and he can get the job
He'll make a mess. If he wants to make a mess of it, he will. But we shall see, mate. It's all, I'll wait until they get in the ring. That's all I'm going to say, because we've had so many fights in the past that were going to happen. Joshua Fury, we've had all sorts, haven't we? So you kind of always think to yourself, get them in the ropes, and then we know it's happening. But Ash, you're a star as always, mate, and I really appreciate your time. I hope all goes well in Ukraine. As I say, big shout out to all the people of Ukraine as well. Love goes out to all of them. But Ash, hopefully we'll have a catch up again soon. Stay in touch as well, won't you, mate? And I'll get you on for a prediction show.
Get me on with Sam. We'll have a nice chat.
Well, there you go. Ash has spoken. He wants Sam. That'll be the next fight. Until then, Ash, thank you very much for your time, mate, and I'll see you soon.
No worries. Thank you, mate.
Bye. No problem. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, people. Check out Ash on all of his socials and give him your support as well. And hopefully we'll see him going for the British title next. Until then, thanks, Ash. Take care, mate.
Take care, mate.